All right, Kat.
Uh, I'm so not with it today. Hello and welcome to episode 23 of GT Insider. Uh, okay, I gotta start over. I lost it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 23 of GT Insider. This is a place where you can come join us for quick insights into all things gaming and maybe hear something that will enhance your gaming tribe experience. As always, everything on this show is the opinion of the host and not necessarily the opinion of Gaming Tribe or Mass Luminosity. Today, we have succeeded in getting Alex Anderson on the show, so let's get a small silent cheer for that. Our tag worked. Let's see if we can make that work for Angel too. Why don't you guys take a minute to tell everyone what you've played this week, starting with Tim?
Awesome. And just going to go ahead and say this. Alex, you can recognize the fact that Kat was perfectly fine on the tech check, and then we went live, and somehow her mic went scratchy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Seriously?
she
Sorry.
sounded
I
okay
just,
on my end. I'm not
uh,
exactly sure what you're hearing, but
maybe it's my
uh,
Yeah,
headset.
she's signed. Oh gosh, everything's gone bad now.
Yeah,
What?
What's
it's okay.
happening? Who's texting me? Go away.
yeah,
Yeah, now
no,
Sweet.
it's happening to me too.
Sorry, I just love throwing a tangent in there early. No, this week I've pretty much played League, a little bit of Diablo, and played some games on Steam, some various games. But for the most part, I have not played very much. So, sweet. Joe?
Oh, okay. So this week I've played a little bit of Dark Souls 2, of course, a little bit of League of Legends, a tiny bit of Lethal League, and a little bit of Payday 2, or a lot of Payday 2, actually.
yeah,
uh, that's it.
Payday
yeah.
2.
How
Pity Two
about
is
you,
really good.
Alex?
Yeah.
I like that. For me, I played. Well, yeah, I played a little bit of WoW here and there. I told myself that I wouldn't get back into it, but then I got started getting those emails from Blizzard saying that if you subscribe now, you get Mists of Pandaria free. So So, and I had one account that didn't have it, so they said get it now, and if you log in now, you get the bike from Azeroth Chopper. So I was like, Blizzard, told you I
So they
never do it
got
again.
you.
They sucked me back into it, and I've been playing a bit of Terra. I have Elite for Terra, so I log
I
in like
didn't know
once
you
a
had Terra. We should totally play sometime. Although I think my character's like level 10.
day. No, I got it. I got a level 60 and a few 20s and a 40, but I have
I
elite, so I haven't sent to log in every day. At least get the elite gift. So
I got the game when it came out and played for a little bit, and then everyone that was supposed to be playing with me left, and then I just never played the game again.
yeah, I mean, same here. I got the collector's edition when it was first released and got into it, and
Yeah, that's
in
what
my
I did.
case, yeah, I mean, I have a hard time. Like if an MMO doesn't grab me, I kind of tend to not stick with it very long, and it's kind of what happened with Terra, and then all this like Terra free and all the new changes. I figured, okay, I'll check it out again, and got back into it to an extent too.
Uh, I might poke at it again just for the sake of having something else to play that's not WoW or Neverwinter, but it's not looking
Well,
very good.
yeah, nice thing about Terra at least that it's not you're not really necessarily forced to buy anything from the cash shop, so you can really actually play without really spending a dime. But there's things in there that can help at least.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Neverwinter. You don't have to spend any money on anything, but it won't hurt if you do.
Yeah, Perfect World though, it's I've you know 'cause I have Star Trek Online. I played and I got that since back in beta, and Perfect World has a way of basically almost pigeonholing you into paying something.
It kind of does.
The mounts and other things, the stuff for crafting, all that stuff, you end up ultimately look at it and you end up having to pay something if you want to make your life a little easier.
Uh, yeah, my mom actually bought me some Zen for the game, so I really can't complain. She was like, "Here, surprise!" And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I stopped playing Neverwinter after, well, yeah, after the just before the second expansion came out, or the first one with the moon elves or whatever.
I have no idea. I only started playing it recently.
But yeah, it's not bad either.
I enjoy it. All I've really played this week is I tried playing World of Warcraft, and I discovered that my computer doesn't like raids and will freeze the game and crash me, and it happens frequently enough that I get kind of kicked from the game. So,
Oh,
or from the raid group. So I've just been kind of angry and screw you, WoW. And I've been playing lots of Second Life because I like to modify things and take whatever avatar someone makes and turn it into something else entirely, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of doing right now. Because when I get an idea in my head, I don't like stopping in the middle of it because then I'll forget. So I'm like, I'll just work on it quietly while I'm doing the show. So, and it's not affecting anything as far as I know. What the okay, there.
I
No,
sort of forgot. I have two things to talk about today.
bit more
Completely
centered.
forgot about another thing.
All right, who wants to go on their topic first? Alex, you're going last, so you don't get an option.
Oh, poor Alex.
Dude, I'll talk about Destiny real quick.
All right, let's go.
Because Destiny's coming out this week, and I'm a little pissed, as most people probably around here are, because Destiny is only coming out for consoles, and they've been saying this for a while, so I don't know why I'm pissed now, but I'm pissed
Wait.
now.
When did it switch off of being for PC?
It's not for PC release initially. They keep saying that they love what PC is going to have, and I don't know why this is happening now. Joe, I just lost you.
Did we?
We're back.
Yeah.
I'm back in. I don't have my camera anymore. There we go.
Oh,
I don't know why you lost
Yeah.
me. Oh, stupid computer. Prioritizes the Wi-Fi over my wire connection. I don't understand this.
Yeah, who knows?
I need to disable that again.
Sweet. But
Maybe just turn off the Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, I need to.
we've got everything working now. Good. So, but the big thing is, so Destiny's not being released initially for PC. The other thing that I find interesting is a few weeks ago they finally said in a blog post that they are not going to have any type of item trading inside of the game, and it's kind of interesting because Diablo is a game that I can't really compare an MMO to, but it's still an online multiplayer game, in my opinion. But the aspect of Diablo is, you can trade with people in the party that were in the game when the item dropped for up to 2 hours, which I think is a really great way to combat people who are trying to sell items and things like that for various reasons. But Destiny's perspective is it doesn't matter who's in the game or anything like that because it's an MMO. It's not a party system based game. No, well, it's going to have a party system, but the idea is that they quote want every piece of iron that you earn is got some kind of a badass story behind it. So I think that's pretty awesome, but at the same time, I think it's kind of because if I'm playing
Is there
with
gonna be
if-
like no max limit in your inventory then? Cause
I have no idea. They say that every gear inside your inventory's got to have some kind of a story behind it. And
I don't know how I feel about this at all.
and they're just saying that oh well, I farmed this guy 300 times over, and I got this piece of item finally, but I was playing with Joe in the same party, and he has like 17 of them now, and he's bored of farming this boss because I never got it. So hopefully they can combat that with some of their drop mechanics side of the house, but a Halo themed MMO is basically what they're trying to cross over and do, and I think Bungie is probably going to do it right. Hate to say that about an MMO, but I think they're going to do it right, and it should be good. I've tried a lot of first-person shooter MMOs before, and they're not really that great. But
EVE Online or
Eve's not Eve Space.
Savage Eden. Savage Eden.
Eden.
That's what I meant.
It's like I've never heard of Savage Eden.
But
It's definitely it wasn't first person.
I think
either.
I think they'll do it right. I don't know. So I'm just a little ticked that I can't party up with my friends and be able to trade items between us if we get some kind of a shared loot. So I'm curious to see how their drop mechanics works when that launches on Tuesday.
Yeah, Destiny was one of the first betas I actually played for a while too.
Any opinion on
Actually,
it? I haven't even
made it
touched
to
the beta.
max level. Yeah, I mean, I love this. My friends, we all have PS4, so it was basically the whole time of beta. I was like, come on, get on, let's play. You know? And my friends like, they better let us keep our beta characters. Like, and then you look at the app, the mobile app, and it keeps showing the beta characters, and it's like, maybe they'll change their mind. And then it's like, dang, they didn't let us keep it.
Yeah.
It was really good. I mean, it'll probably be, a lot of these places that estimate that Destiny will take out Call of Duty as one of the best and most selling games in history, but we'll see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They've if you want to talk the business side of Call of Duty, I can do that. But as far as the game is concerned, I think they've rehashed it a little bit too much. I would like them to just be releasing $10 DLCs on the original Modern Warfare, maybe 2. We'll go with 2. Just rehash that one and release DLCs for $10 because that's basically all they're adding for the content. Make it $20 campaigns. Come on, we can make campaigns DLC now, right? So everything can be DLC. Just give us one disc with one huge amount of game engine, and then make us download the parts of the game that we want. So
Exactly.
it'd be nice.
I think the one thing that I have to say is an epic fail with Activision. I think Activision's involvement, at least, is that a lot of people got their pre-orders canceled because a lot of the retailers oversold.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would be
Ooh.
so angry
So
if
you
mine got canceled.
exactly people who bought their that limited edition Ghost edition, paid $150, and they get an email saying, "Well, we're sorry, we oversold, so we have to cancel your order, but we'll give you $50. We'll give you a refund so you can purchase the limited edition for $100 or whatever." Same thing
Yeah,
happened
that'd
with
be-
too, though.
Yeah.
I would be so angry. I'd be like, you know what? Just give me my money back. I don't even care.
Yeah, you wouldn't be keeping my money if you messed up. Like, with how rarely I do pre-order, if I pre-order something and they were just like, sorry, we oversold, so you'll have to try and get it again. I'd be like, no, you're definitely not. No, you're not getting my money anymore.
It's like,
I'm
yeah,
done.
you messed up. It's over.
Exactly,
Like-
and their excuse, huh? Go ahead. Now, I was saying their excuse for it was that they wanted the limited edition and Ghost edition to be truly limited in collectors, so they only allowed a certain allotment. But I don't, if they say that there's only X number of editions available, how can the retailers be overselling? So that too.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It's actually the first time I've ever heard of a game having issues like that, but it's very rare for me to actually pre-order a game. I think I've only ever pre-ordered like WoW expansions, and I've never had that problem where they didn't have enough. They were like, all right. And actually, there's one particular store here I can go to that even after the fact, they just have a whole bunch of them just sitting on the shelves. They had a whole bunch of was it Halo? I think came out with a special edition or something.
Yeah, Halo was one of them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was months after the release, and this one store they were just sitting on the shelves, and I'm like, this is so cool. It's useful to know that if I really wanted to go get it, I could.
Well, yeah, most of the collector's editions aren't truly collector's editions because they tell you, and once they're gone, they're gone. But you go to your local retailer and you'll find like the shelves are like chock full of them.
Yeah. It's specifically this one store because I've tried it with other stores and it never works. But still, it's good to know because I might
This was
not
like
be.
Best Buy and Walmart too, were the ones that messed up this one.
Oh yeah, that makes it's Walmart. Walmart messes up everything.
Well, I mean, to give Walmart credit, I've only pre-ordered like 2 games. That's Goat Simulator and Guild Wars 2, and GameStop managed to ruin my pre-order experience with Guild Wars 2. Like immediately, there was a beta for that weekend that I should have been able to play on, and I couldn't play on it, and it's been like they just never got my code right until the very final beta weekend. So 1 week before the game was released, I finally got to play my game that I had paid to play earlier.
Why did no one tell me my camera is like craptastic?
Because it totally did that, like, right when we went live.
I don't even understand why Skype is going straight to my camera. It's just being.
Yeah, we'll just manual focus it and go from there.
Oh,
So
oh.
I think it's trying to focus on all the little dots in your chair behind you.
What? It's never even done that before.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I don't know what it's trying to focus on. I can't.
I actually do know why it's acting this way.
You're at like 480p.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Minus the
I
P.
do know why. I'm just being stubborn and not wanting to fix it. So we're just
On
gonna
a
roll with it.
on another Destiny note, one thing I gotta add is that live action trailer that they just released a few days ago is probably one of the best live action trailers I've ever seen.
I loved it, and that's actually I was just scouring around the internet and I saw that, and that's why I was like, oh, I'm gonna go poke at Destiny, and then I've just like raged once again, even though I'd already done it months ago, about the fact that they're not having it on PC. So I mean, I have a 360 and I could get the 360 version, but they haven't explicitly said whether or not 360 can play with somebody on like PS4, because supposedly the servers do allow for like. I think they said the PS3 and the PS4 will be able to play together, and the Xbox One and the 360 will be able to play together. And they said at one time they were trying to work to where they could get both consoles to play on the same servers by making their own internal servers.
Which should have been able to be done, but I have a feeling that the console said they wouldn't allow it, quite honestly.
And I think that's the red tape they were getting over, but I should probably check on that. Because if that's
I've
the
heard
case,
that it wasn't happening anymore. The cross consoles wasn't, at least.
yeah, who knows? So things can change.
Yeah. I think it's not because the PS version is getting exclusive content.
hmm
Which
That's what I think is happening too. So I don't know. I know it was a fun topic to kind of discuss a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure on my facts on that one. So move on.
All right then. Oh my goodness. So I understand your reasoning. Is it creamy? I don't know how to pronounce that. Of wanting to wait for everything in the beginning to be fixed and then buy the game, but I'm really fussy and I like collecting everything. So I gotta have collector's editions because I'm like I see stuff and I'm like I want it. I want the mount. I want the pet. That's really all I care about. I don't care about anything else. I don't need the mouse pad because I'm never going to use it. I don't need the art book because it's going to stay in the box and I'm never going to look at it. So I just want the in-game stuff so I can run around and be like, yes, I spent extra money even though I didn't have to. Yes, Tim. I'm still over here with my old Alienware piece of crap with the pot. It's got a ring burnt into it from when a friend of mine put a pot down on it. Is yours flimsy or is it just buckling like mine is?
It's buckling.
What did I miss? How do
It
y'all
looks
all
much more
decide-
bubbly than this one. This one's very flat.
Yep,
Mine came with
sweet.
a laptop I ordered years ago, so.
I
hat,
got
too.
mine at a local LAN, so
That's always neat.
from their swag table. So it was cool.
Like I said, mine came with the computer, and it came with a hat, and I wore the hat to the point where it changed colors, so I don't wear that hat anymore. Someone thought that my hat meant that I was into UFOs and like alien hunting, and I just looked at them and smiled and proceeded to walk away. because it was
That's what it
so
means.
out there. No, no.
That's what
I
it.
was
That's,
like, this is
that,
how I know
that's
who
what
my
it
gamer
means.
friends aren't. Oh man. But Joe, what is your topic today? Because I will just kind of ramble on all day.
Ew. Well, I've got I lost track of my topic. Okay, I've got two because they're both sort of smaller. One that I haven't done a ton of research on, one that I've done a little bit of research on. So recently on Steam, I'm gonna go with this really short one first. So I don't know how many people in Gaming Tribe have played it, but I know at least in the gaming scene at Auburn, the Binding of Isaac has been huge in the gaming scene at Auburn. People are still playing Binding of Isaac right now. If you don't know about
I've
it,
never played it.
it's a ton of fun. It's a little bit messed up, not gonna lie. The basic premise is that am I allowed to go through the? Is the basic premise okay for this show, Tim?
Yeah, it's Binding of Isaac, man. It's a freaking
Okay.
AAA
Okay,
indie
so-
title, if you ask me.
Okay, so it's okay to go through the
expect
premise.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so the premise of Binding of Isaac is that basically your mom's sort of going crazy and she thinks that she hears the voices of God, the voice of God telling her to kill you as a child. And so in the beginning of the show, you jump into the basement and you're trying to get away from, and you're basically having to fight all these monsters, which basically get increasingly more and more disturbing throughout the game. And you find different random items that help you through the game, which make you look even more disturbing. And anyways, eventually you fight your mother, and she's the final boss. But then there's also like more bosses and more levels after that, as long as you have the Wrath of the Lamb, or Tears of the Lamb. I can't remember what it's called. DLC goes on sale all the time for like $1, and the DLC is like 25 cents when it goes on sale normally. Really good game, lots of fun. Great music. Story's a bit weird, but it's sort of good. I don't know. It's an odd game, but it's a lot of fun to play. It's a randomized dungeon crawler roguelike game. And what's cool is that he's been talking about the guy who made it. I want to say it's Edmund McMiller or something. I can't remember the name. I think it's Edmund is the name of the guy. He's a famous indie creator at this point. But he's making a revamp of it, and this is the next version of it is it's Edmund McMillan, that's the guy. The next version of it is coming out in about 2 months. So November 4th is when it's going to be coming out, and it's called Binding of Isaac Rebirth. And it's basically going to have everything that the current one has, I believe, with the expansion as well, but even more options, more rooms, more enemies. It's going to look even better than it does now, and it's just he's adding a ton into the game, and I just think it's really cool, and it's a really cool game that you should be ready for when it comes out, because it's really cheap. It's only like, if you own Binding of Isaac right now, it's like $10 to pre-order it, and it's going to be $15 total. But it'll definitely give you, like, whenever I look at a game's price, I try and think of, will this give me as much enjoyment as a movie ticket would? Like, will I get as much playtime out of $8 on a game as I would on an $8 movie ticket? And Binding of Isaac will definitely give you that much time, like, hands down.
Yeah, the Rebirth is supposedly going to have like 500 hours of gameplay, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and with how bad I am at the original, I've never beaten it on my own. I got a perfect combo of items once and let my friend beat it for me at the very end because I couldn't do it. But I still haven't beaten the original, and I think I want to say I have like 70 hours in it. Let me see.
It's a very unforgiving game.
Yeah, it's super unforgiving. I mean, you die and I've got 40 hours in it. I play off and on. It's like a pick up and play game for the most part until you get really good to where your runs actually take you a long time. But it's a lot of fun and just a game that you should be looking out for. And if you don't have the original version, you could easily wait for it to go on sale on Steam, which it probably will in the near future. Pick it up for like $1 and have something fun to play for a little bit. Outside of that, the other game I was going to talk about is Lethal League, which has been a game that apparently, unbeknownst to me until recently, has been rising up on the indie scene of games, especially for couch competitive play. And what it is, it's basically Super Smash Brothers combined with baseball. And what it is it's a up to 4-player game, so you can go 2, 3, 4, and then what you do is there's one ball in the middle, and you're all hitting the ball trying to hit each other with it without them hitting it with like whatever tool they're using to hit it back at you. And there's about 5 characters. Here. Oh, did I X out of the tab? Oh well. There's 5 characters. There's Candyman, a kid on a normal kid who actually has a baseball bat. He's the only one with a baseball bat. Okay, I've got the names now. Here we go. Okay, so there's Raptor, who is a kid who has a baseball. He's basically your standard character. There's Switch, which is a robot who uses his skateboard to hit the ball around. Candyman, who is a mutated human that has like a Pac-Man head and uses a walking like a cane. Sonata, who uses basically a bass hammer. It's a hammer that's made out of a giant speaker. And Latch, which is a cyborg crocodile. Yeah, it's an awesome little game. $15. It apparently has amazingly well done online multiplayer. Like, very well done, low lag. It's a, like, and I played maybe twice, I think. Maybe like 3 games worth of it since like the start of this week with some friends at school campus because I don't own the game. But it's a ton of fun. It's really easy to pick up because there's only 2 buttons you have to worry about. A and B, you can either hit it hard or bunt it, which sort of just knocks it up in the air right beside you so you can like redirect it better. And each time you hit the ball, it picks up speed, so it gets harder and harder until you can like pull off special moves, which I don't quite understand how you pull off a special move other than getting it to max speed. But I managed to do it anyways without knowing, so I guess you don't really have to know how to do it necessarily. It's got an amazing soundtrack. And it's already out, but they're already adding more stuff to it. Because from what it looks like on the Steam page for it, is it looks like that they are doing some sort of like goals for sales each month, I guess. And at release, they had enough sales to go ahead with one of their goals, which was adding another character, I believe. And so, yeah, they hit the target they had for a month in barely a week. So
that's pretty good.
That's just, yeah, it puts into perspective, you know, how well done this game is, that this many people are picking it up and streaming it and doing all this stuff. It's just a really, really good game. And if you're looking for a couch co-op or a game to be like, or a Super Smash Brothers for a PC game, it doesn't have any pickup items or anything in the game, but like just for like that quick 4-sided combat, you should go ahead and pick this up. It's a great game, and I think that you would love it. And I will be picking it up once I figure out what's going on with my money and all that. But you know, there's some things that are more important than buying games.
My birthday's coming soon.
I wish.
I'm not even. It is.
But
Mine
yeah,
was a few
so
episodes ago. So, anyways,
if you're looking for a good game to pick up, this is it. Right? Is Lethal League is a great one to pick up and play with your friends. Like I said, you only have about 3 buttons. There's a jump button. I forgot about that. You only have 3 buttons to memorize and then using a joystick. So, I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. Sort of like Crawl and how simple it is to play and how fun it is. It's a good game. I'm pretty excited about how fun it was to play. And it only came out on the 27th, so about, I was going to say 10 days ago, but that's not accurate. Oh, wait.
I'm gonna interject really quick just to
11
answer. Crap. My brain is not working today. Oh my goodness.
what are you answering?
Is it Kirsten that does Fuss From Meow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I was like, my brain just stopped working, and I was like, Amanda? No, she's Zombie Panda. Anyway, yeah, all the friend requests are because the next giveaway is gonna be for verified users only, and people are just like, oh crap, I need friends. And then there was also a post made by Mass Luminosity that says, go to the leaderboards and add everyone, because I've been having it's been driving me insane. But
I'm not on the leaderboard, so I don't get friend requests.
Joe doesn't have any friends.
No, I'm okay with that. I've got like 110, and I pay attention to most of them, so I don't want this to reach Facebook level.
I'm just getting a little annoyed with the so-and-so and 375 other people have commented on the status you commented. I'm like, I don't care. Yeah. I don't care. Stop
I'm pretty sure the HyperX one has hit 1,000 now, and the giveaway has been over for 5 days.
I just dismiss it immediately. It's mildly annoying. It's not so much so, or I'm just gonna say I hate G Drive.
So that's a suggestion for Tigo there, to allow us to stop notifications
it would be nice.
on certain things. That'd be nice.
Oh, it's still not quite out yet.
So. But anyway, were you done with your topic, Joe?
Yeah, I just realized that GTA 5 still isn't out yet on PC.
Alright then. Nice one, Kirsten. Way to pay attention. Trust me, I didn't realize it too until I was like, where are all these friend requests coming from? And I looked, and I'm like, oh, there I am. Okay. So we're on the same boat there.
So you're
Alex.
telling me it's more
Yeah.
beneficial to not get on there. Got it.
Yeah, it's a little bit less annoying, but Joe,
Can do.
just shut up. Alex, take it away with your topic.
So I have just a few really small ones here. One being just a few days ago, they announced the price point for Oculus Rift. A lot of people weren't very too thrilled that when Facebook announced that they acquired it. But they're saying that the price point should be somewhere between $200 and $400. That is a little bit of a big stretch between prices, but that they're talking about that it's that they want to make it more, they want to streamline the user experience and ease the setup process and make it lighter than it is. I could see that wearing something like that for a hardcore gamer for 10 hours probably isn't going to fly at the weight that I'm assuming it's at. Although that I haven't seen it for in first person, but I can only imagine that it's not something as it is right now that you'd want to wear for an all-nighter of hardcore gaming. And let's see, they've sold over 100,000 units for the development kits. So it should be interesting for
So
when
it
we
sounds like there's actually going to be content made specifically for it. Yeah, that's pretty interesting because I'll go ahead and ping in on the Oculus Rift there. We actually showcased some of the landscapes that we had built in Unity for, for those of you who don't know, I'm an intern for Animus Interactive, who just recently got greenlit on their game that they're trying to produce right now. But the CEO actually has a developer Oculus Rift, and he actually showcased on the live stream on Friday our landscapes that they had been doing via the Oculus Rift, and I can't see it being a very good spectator thing to stream to live stream because you've got those dual screens that are meant for eyepieces. So they need to find a way to go ahead and merge those into a single screen
I believe
and
that
showcase it.
I believe that they've done that sort of already somehow because I've watched PewDiePie and multiple other streamers stream using them, or
And
at least like
all of
post it
them
up on
stream
YouTube.
with one of the sides going at all times, and you can tell the discrepancy
Oh,
between the
okay.
textures because it's puts different forms out on both eyes to do so. But I think
My
it's
entire computer just froze.
yours did.
I have no idea what's
Don't
going
touch
on.
anything. But hands off, cat. I think honestly, a lot of people rag on Facebook for buying Oculus Rift, but I still think it was a great buy. And what people don't realize is that with Facebook funding the living daylights out of them, they're probably getting their hands on that product a lot faster than they would have if Oculus and their parent company had just stayed the way it was. They needed the money, they really did, and they probably needed it for the massive amount of quantities that they were going to sell anyways. They probably didn't have the infrastructure and the money per se to distribute as fast as they're probably going to now. So I think it was a wise move still. And I look forward to seeing what content's gone out because 100,000 developers with that kind of tech in their hands, I would love to see exactly how many of those are unique developers with it in their hands and not necessarily just I've got a development team of 500 people. I'm just going to buy one for every single one of them, stick them over here in the shed. I know it's not going to be necessarily the vast majority of users, but I'm really curious. I'm curious to see how it plays out. And with Facebook taking charge, they're probably going to also target the educational aspect and put some of these in universities and stuff. I know MIT is already talking about getting some. So
Yeah, they're also, I guess Oculus is they're assisting with the development of Samsung's Galaxy Note 4 powered Gear VR. And you mentioned games that would utilize Oculus Rift. One of the ones that I understand is in the gold that gold rewards AMD Gold Rewards Alien Isolation is uh, is compatible with Oculus Rift.
It is, and I was looking at that. For those of you who don't realize, AMD Gaming has recently added to their. I believe it's on the silver as well, but I think it's just. I know for a fact it's on the gold. But you can use your code if you get a Never Settle Forever bundle uh, through a giveaway or something like that from AMD, buying one of their cards, so on and so forth. And you get this code, you can actually use it to go ahead and pre-order the Alien Isolation. And I believe you're correct in saying that it has Oculus support. However, they haven't. I think they've said that it has initial first line support, but it's still going to need some level of development, hopefully, and they hope to have it finished before the full release of the game. So,
Yeah, 'cause there is a trailer from E3 where they show a hands-on
yeah,
Alien Isolation.
yeah. So, and that article was about a month and a half ago, saying that they were still developing it from where they were at E3 to where they want to be before release. But the good thing is, I believe that that's more of just kind of like a small patch thing that they're trying to do. It's just kind of hammering out the bugs now is where I believe they're at. So it should be fun. I don't know. If I remember correctly, it's AgeGate. Is that right? Oh, not AgeGate. Sorry.
I just remembered I still haven't used that code I got from Angel because I'm forgetful. It's still sitting in my email. It's probably
Then it
not
probably
even
is
valid anymore.
expired.
Yeah,
Probably
God.
expired.
it's probably. Which I'm not even mad about it because any game I got would probably still be sitting in the background while I continue playing the 3 games I always skip around between.
uh,
I need to stop letting things get expired though.
Sega
Anyway,
is what I
continue.
was trying to think of. I was thinking of the publisher. Uh, the publisher, Sega, there's one big thing I don't really necessarily like about this is Sega is not friendly to having their games showed up, like showcased on YouTube and things like that. They have shut down entire channels, and this is about a year ago. Before for people showcasing some of their older games and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah. So I really hope that this Alien Isolation gets the showcase it deserves. But I don't. I know a couple of key YouTubers for our European audience who may know Total Biscuit or Total Halibut, however you prefer to watch him. He doesn't do anything Sega related because Sega tried to lock down his entire account for having 3 or 4 old videos of Sega published games on his account. So now he just boycotts Sega altogether.
I mean, that's the thing. If you do that to YouTube, like with how YouTube works, pretty much if a company messes with you on there, you lose revenue for a long time. Because if they freeze one video, I'm pretty sure you lose revenue from all your other videos at the same time. I'm not positive on that.
That's because you're
But the
still in
thing is-
violation of the contracts.
Yeah, but the thing is like he hadn't done anything technically wrong with what he had done, most likely. And the fact that they had let it go for that long is sort of ridiculous, and then managed to do all that. So, like, if I was a YouTuber and a company boycotted me once, I sure as heck wouldn't put them back on my channel ever again, because it's free advertising for that matter too,
Yeah,
for their
for the most
stuff.
part.
So it's like, yes, yes, you do have a copyright on this, but I was using it in a legal manner, and also you're like losing me. I'm assuming a guy like Total Biscuit probably doesn't really do anything else for a living, considering how
No,
well
you-
he's known
you're
and what he
talking-
does
You're talking
well.
to somebody who has an outreach to over 1.5 million people by
Exactly.
himself.
So he probably does that for a living. So that's his livelihood that they just, snatched away from him from however long it took him to get YouTube to allow him to get money off of it again. So yeah, if a company does that to you, you boycott them because you never know when they're gonna flip flop and do it again.
But of course, we all know
Like-
that Total Biscuit is, a hothead. So,
Oh well, yeah, definitely.
so.
But still, I mean, I would do the same exact thing if I was ever actually making money off of YouTube, and then a company went out and ruined it for me for what I could perceivably say was no good reason. I would definitely not do a video for them again.
Definitely. Well, Sega is also on a lot of people's blacklist because a lot of people hold Sega responsible for the screw up for Colonial Marines, even though it's it goes back and forth. Gearbox says that it was Sega. Sega says it was Gearbox, and they say it was what's that other third party whatever it was. they blamed them
Considering
for it.
Sonic 06, I will always blame Sega for the downfall of the game before I would blame Gearbox, who made things like Borderlands.
and Borderlands
I mean,
2 and
sorry, Gearbox is definitely going to get a pass on my radar for most of the stuff they do, while Sega still has to redeem themselves a little bit.
awesome.
They had
Yeah.
a Mario level franchise that they've managed to almost kill about 4 or 5 times now.
They're not
Yeah.
very smart.
Hey, but Sonic's All Stars Racing, where it's at.
Yeah, I have that for iPad.
Do you? Is it good on
Yeah.
iPad? They were selling it on the Humble Bundle this week, and I was thinking about picking it up because I was like, that'd be
People
hilarious
in
to
your
play on Droid.
iPads.
Wait, that's
Well, I mean,
iOS
They have it for
compatible.
Droid. They have
What?
iOS
Yeah.
and Droid compatible versions of that game.
Okay,
But it
now
wasn't
we
on the
can
Humble
look at
Bundle.
it.
It was only the Android version, right?
Yeah, Android's Humble Bundle can't do anything with Apple. I don't think.
No, they've had iOS stuff on there too.
Okay, never mind then.
back
I
in the
just
day.
realized my tablet's been off this whole time. I'm like, I haven't heard it give me any notifications lately. It's because it was off.
It
Yeah,
should
Anyway.
be silent, cat.
Yeah.
My tablet
Yes.
never isn't very loud anyway. It's my cell phone that's loud. So meh.
Like Sonic transformed.
All Stars Racing Transform.
Yeah. It's
Every
actually
time I see
really good.
Erwin,
Really good.
every time I see Erwin playing Grid, I tell him to stop playing that and play a real man's racing game. Switch to Sonic All Stars.
Oh my gosh.
So ridiculous.
One day I'll buy that game. One day.
One day.
The
Alright.
racing game I wanted was removed from Steam. It's still on my wish list too, but I can't purchase it. It's not available anymore.
What was it called?
Fuel. I wanted Fuel because it has this one map that takes 2 hours to drive across. You can't buy it anymore on Steam. It is for sale on Amazon, but it's like $20, and I'm like, the game's been removed. I don't even know if it would work if I bought it now. Like, I'm assuming that people that already own the game could still play it, but it's just like it's still on my wish list just because it's not available anymore. Like,
For
I
me,
can't remove it now.
it's the original Need for Speed series, all the way up until Underground, the first Underground, and then let's see here. The second one would be the Burnout series, specifically Burnout 2 Takedown, or is it Burnout 3 Takedown? One of the two.
I have Burnout on
but-
my PlayStation. It's such an awesome game. I love
Yeah,
it.
and I love the takedown mode where you're just sitting there and you're just, how much destruction in dollars can you do, and you aim for the
That's
little
the whole
tanker.
reason I like the game, because I am
So-
terrible at racing games. I'm terrible at driving in any game at all.
Yeah.
You can ask every friend I play with, and within a matter of like 10 seconds, I will crash into something. At least once.
Oil tanker, $100,000 in damage. Plus, it explodes and causes more damage. So
Yes,
that's what you
so
aim for. Uh,
Burnout was like the racing game for me, because I'm like, it
I
focuses
have,
on the one thing I'm best at.
I have
crashing.
Paradise City on off of a bundle. I played it for a little bit. It's a lot of fun. I don't know.
it's
I
really
can't
open
get
world.
into racing games. I just can't do it.
You
would
like
love
Mario
to.
Kart, right? You like Mario Kart?
Okay, yeah, Mario Kart is the one I
Okay,
can't get.
if you want a Mario Kart-esque game that it uses real cars, look up Blur. I have that on the 360 if you want to actually come over and try it sometime.
My
So-
brother was actually gonna prank a friend for his birthday. We got him an N64 and Mario Kart, but he also bought a copy of Diddy Kong Racing. And our original plan was to scratch out Diddy Kong Racing on it with a Sharpie and write Mario Kart on the front of it.
Just take the sticker off. Like, heat the sticker off and rip it off. and-
Nah, but we decided to keep it. We
Kinda like
decided
how
not to
people
do that and
swap
just
out
keep
Rubik's
it
Cube stickers.
because it actually takes you have to have the expansion pack for the N64 to actually play Diddy Kong Racing. Mario Kart could be handled without it, but Diddy Kong required it.
Yeah.
What's really fun is Ridge Racer Unbounded, because it's on Steam and it was on sale recently. I picked it up. It's got that Ridge Racer flavor to it, combined with the with Burnout, where you're you have to knock people off the road. You get those awesome collisions like you get
The
in
snapshots.
Burnout, and that's pretty awesome. There's certain races where you drive a semi. You're just barreling down the freeway, and you have to take out as many cars as possible to get points.
Sounds
The
like
only reason
my
I
kind of
win
game.
most of my races is because I take out all my opponents, and every time I see them, I just blow them off the road again. Blah.
It's great, but it's just very unforgiving. So if you make a little mistake here and there, you're probably not going to do too well after that.
Probably not.
But still, it is
But
very good.
you
Worth
never
checking out
get
if you can.
tired of crashing again, so the replay value is perfectly fine.
Oh,
So
you get-
it's
you
it's
get
got
tired when you're
multiplayer
the one getting hit.
capabilities. So what I'm
Yeah.
hearing is Alex here is going to be gifting this game to all of us, and that's what we're going to be playing afterwards, right?
I'd be down.
Is there? It'd be nice
It's
if
on
there was
sale.
It's not on sale anymore. But I
They've
tried
already
looking.
checked. What'd you call it? Anyways, I just want to see the game.
Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer Unbounded.
Ridge.
Crashing is fun as long as you're not the one
It's only
that gets
$10.
rammed.
That's not bad. Ooh, these cars look good. I like their cars. Wait, Ridge Racer. I thought that was a Sea-Doo racing game.
What?
I don't know. All I know is there was
Uh.
one racing game that had me addicted. It was an arcade machine, and it was only in the Auburn movie place. It's not there anymore.
Hydro Thunder.
Back when I was a kid, no. It was like a spaceship one, and you had to pull up on the controller, and you bring your ship up, you push down and bring it down, and like there was obstacles you had to dodge by doing that, while like dodging obstacles like side to side as well. And I don't know what it was called or like anything about it.
Because Hydro Thunder is a kind of a water-esque racer.
Yeah.
Dude,
No.
that's like the stereotypical every movie theater everywhere arcade game. I don't
Yeah,
think I've
no,
ever
but,
been
like-
in a movie theater that doesn't have Hydro Thunder.
But the space, like, it's the best. It was like my favorite game I'd ever played. Like, not even gonna lie. Back then, of course. I mean, I hadn't played Dark Souls yet. But and it just disappeared once. We went to the movies the next time I came to see my grandparents. I was like, "Hey, can I go play the game again?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure." I walk in, it was gone. I was like, "No." And I don't remember the name of it or anything, so I can't even like look for like a PC version or anything.
A
Sort of
gamer's
sad.
worst nightmare.
Awesome.
There's a
This is why
Sea-Doo.
arcades
That
need to
Sea-Doo
come
version
back.
you were talking about is on. They have it on Google and iOS. Riptide.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Riptide.
Riptide 1 and 2.
I
2
think it
just
was
came out
like for
not that long ago.
PlayStation is the one I was thinking of, honestly. There was like a
Yeah,
really
that's-
old PlayStation racing game that had CDs in it.
Yeah, no, Ridge Racer's always been about cars going back to the original PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah. Sweet.
So the only
Sorry.
other thing, huh?
No, go ahead.
No, see, the only other thing I had was that EA announced that they said that they never want to be named the worst company again. And that,
Wait. Did they just get it for a third year in the row?
yeah, they
Has
got.
that list been published for this year?
I don't think it's this year just
How are
yet.
they
but
still getting it? There has to be a company that's worse than an EA. Like,
well,
I
Time
realize
Warner-
that as gamers we hate. Yeah,
Time
like
Warner.
how is Time Warner or Charter not won that? Like, I realize that as gamers we sort of dislike EA a lot, but there are so many worse. There's got to be a worse company out there that's doing worse
Well,
things than E EA.
Actually, Time Warner. EA lost out to Time Warner, I think, this time around. But
Thank goodness.
they're
And now
they
Time
do-
Warner's being bought out by Charter because that's going to solve the problem.
Didn't wait? I thought Comcast won
Was it Comcast?
this
Oh.
year.
Well, it's either Charter or Comcast that's buying Time Warner, so they're the same now.
Well, the Time Warner beat out EA as far as in that round.
Worst
Regardless,
company in America.
whoever won is the ultimate one this time is now. But I think they're EA's Andrew Wilson, I guess the guy who took over as head of EA, said that he didn't want to. They no longer, basically refuse to be the ones to get the golden poo constantly. And
Yeah.
they admit that that they basically just blew multiple things throughout the year, including uh, Battlefield 4, abysmal launch for Battlefield 4, including the PlayStation 4 version where um,
Forgive
your
me, Fnatic, please.
your save game doesn't work on your PlayStation 4 version of the
Wow.
campaign. My friend, he said for him to play it, he had to basically just play the entire thing in one sitting just to get through the campaign, and apparently they never fixed that. Then, of course, there was the horrendous SimCity launch, and
Yeah, that was awful.
and,
All I
and
know is that EA could solve all their problems if they would just make a Mirror's Edge sequel.
they're working on it.
They've
DICE
been working
is
on it for
working
like
on that.
10 years.
But I mean, they also blew like with Dungeon Keeper on mobile, and apparently Sims 4, which they were touting as supposed to be the best out of all the Sims, is not getting exactly very
Yeah.
sparkling reviews either.
I don't know how we haven't mentioned it, and unfortunately, it has a all downvotes right now. But Dead Rising 3 is now available for PC, but
Yeah.
apparently it's not working.
Probably why it's got all those downvotes then, huh? Just
So,
maybe.
Okay, yeah. Time Warner Cable versus EA. Time Warner was voted worse than EA, and then
jeez.
apparently it ended up Time Warner. Time Warner is the one buying Comcast, and Comcast was the one that is voted as worst company in America for this year. Gosh.
Mainly because of all those stuff that they're doing to fight net neutrality at the moment. They're
that
pretty
happened
bad.
back in April. Why?
Yeah?
Why am I just not figuring this out? I thought it happened. I don't know why I thought it happened at the end of the year. So.
Well, there was that one customer service call, I guess, that was taped where the guy was trying to quit Comcast, and he got the rep that said no.
Yeah.
There's that. But for in regards to EA, they plan on Andrew Wilson claims that they learned their lesson and are going to keep pushing back titles until they're satisfied that they're ready to release, including like Dragon Age.
Just get rid of Origin and everyone will love them.
Yeah,
They won't
Well-
love them. Because at this point, it's either you got to take your stand or you look like you're just a wimp. And you got to think, does the company want to look like the company that just gave up on their idea, or do they want to try and make it worth it? If they can make Origin worth it, then I would like EA. If they give up, it's just like, oh, EA finally realized that they did something wrong. Stupid EA, whatever. But if EA actually like made Origin worth having the second thing on my computer, that'd be much more impressive to me than them just simply going back to Steam on their hands and knees.
Never said
Yeah,
they had to
yeah.
go back to Steam. They just don't need me to throw a game into Steam that forces it to launch Origin, to log into Origin, to
That
launch
is
another
true.
game. You know, I don't like that. I just make Origin function to where it's not having to. I don't necessarily have to be logged into it to play a single player game, or something like that. I would be fine with that. So
Exactly. Yeah, so they're not releasing another Need for Speed, at least this year.
Isn't
Just-
Need for Speed like the one game that they always release that's actually good when it comes out though? I've never heard of a problem with Need for Speed.
Well, Need for Speed, it's gone downhill quite a bit over the last several releases.
Okay.
I haven't been
and
keeping
or
up
it's a
with the game
rehash of
either.
everything else too. They rehash one for another, and that's
That is
well,
true.
Need
They
for
have
Speed
been-
originally started on arcade, so
yeah.
that's.
I want
that's-
arcades to
it's-
make a comeback. Tim, I need you to do that for me. Make an arcade in Auburn happen.
Underground was awesome though. Underground was probably one of my favorite Need for Speed games.
Yeah, I like it.
I
See-
liked Most Wanted.
Most Wanted was good. Probably not as good as Underground, but I think it's just because I spent more time playing Underground. So
Although I still need to play Rivals. I've just been waiting for it to go on sale.
yeah, I haven't played it, so I'm probably not going to either. I've got Underground. We're good. Uh, so, all right, let's see here. Let's roll into the Gaming Tribe stuff while we still
Okay.
can.
Take it away, Tim.
Sweet, because I know you're totally prepared over there.
Not in the least.
Hey, honesty.
Yes.
Awesome.
You know what I'm gonna do?
All right, so let's start with the verified member only giveaway.
Stop adding people. Kidding.
The reason why most of us are getting bombarded with friend requests.
Yeah, most of us. It's okay. All right, sweet. So let's go over this real quick. We've been covering this since pretty much the very first episode. How do you become a verified member? Well, there's a few simple things you can do. The first thing is you need to make sure that your entire personal and your entire PC profile, a lot of people do their personal and forget their PC, are completely filled out, as well as you include a real photo of kind of a face shot. So it's like, hey, if I took a picture of me right now, this is me. You know, I'm not staged in the middle of a soccer field headbutting a soccer ball in. That could actually be a picture of someone else. You know, another thing is a lot of people. I see more than one person in their profile pictures. Try to just make it you. I mean, it's not that hard. If you have a webcam, just snap a photo and upload it. That's kind of what I did. However, when I did that, I used a front-facing camera on the iPad, and it flipped my photo upside down for some reason. Don't know why. But I fixed it later.
You should have left it upside down.
I did, and then Angel commented. I was like, I'm just going to leave it there for a few more days. See if anyone noticed. And apparently he did.
I loved it. I was like, I loved it.
Yeah. And then the next thing you want to do is you just want to add friends. You know, there's that post about adding people from the leaderboards and things like that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. You can add people who comment on certain things that you see around GT. You know, click on that hashtag conversation that's going on over there next to the popular discussions and see who's all talking about certain topics that you may be interested in. You can add people that way. It's really more about it's not necessarily about spamming everyone. It's more about getting people who you're actually going to interact with. And the reason for that is because the third thing about getting verified is you need to stay active, because you can become unverified.
Yes.
And
yes,
you do
is
that
very-
by liking, sharing, commenting, and posting status updates. Once again, you can't share other people's statuses. You can only share things from our sponsors or from like Master Rossi's page, things like that. Alex, do you know if that feature's coming anytime soon about sharing other people's statuses?
I have not heard anything on that just as of yet.
Sweet. I don't really see a reason for it, because why? Just to me, you need to be sharing things that you think are interesting, or sharing things that, and that doesn't mean necessarily sharing other people's stuff. I would rather you comment in someone's status than share it.
Yeah. me too.
So that's just me. So
Which
The
I mean,
heck was
which is
that?
true. I mean, if you
What
you
the heck just
that was
happened?
thunder.
Was that? It sounded like something crashed.
There's no way that was thunder, Tim.
Both
I
of
just
your
had thunder
faces
happen
are
here.
awesome right now.
I thought I was hearing like a delayed reaction from the thunder from your side of the.
He's such a little nerd troll. Let's peek out the window.
That's my downstairs freaking neighbors again.
Sweet. All right. The lords of
Oh,
living
I was
in-
like, seriously?
but yeah,
They've
I mean,
been throwing fireworks outside for like the last 2 days in a row.
Cool.
but yeah, no, you're
Wait,
right.
second.
You want to
No, wait, you go,
share.
bro.
Want to share the things, your statuses, share with other people. and not just like share what what the other person says, but I do like one of the newest, more recent features was that the intelligent share, so that it shares. So when you do get a share, when you do share something like from Mass Luminosity, it's the last person who shared it is the person who shows up.
I
Yeah.
like that. Great.
Instead of having 300 people with the exact same share, I just see one, but I see the most recent share on that same status, which is really nice. One more thing on being verified is there is a giveaway attached to the verified members, like I said, and that is for a AMD Never Settle Forever Gold Code bundle. Once again, you can get it the Alien Isolation, which is currently pre-order, should be released in a few weeks, or is it being released this week? I don't remember.
I don't
It's getting released soon, but it is showing up on the bundle, and you can get it through the AMD codes. Uh, I believe Joshua, who's sitting in chat over here, actually won one from the Overkill giveaway, a code there, and he actually used it to go ahead and pick up Alien Isolation. So
Nice.
hopefully he'll be able to share something about that
October
after it's
7th is
released.
the release date.
October 7th. It's a month.
Yep.
Sweet. Month from today.
It's a few days after my birthday.
Hey,
Yeah. So another thing is a quick reminder on the Gaming Tribe posting policy. Rather than go through this entire thing, you can find it over on the Mass Luminosity page.
Lazy.
The big thing that I want to do is notify on the first two, because the rest of these things are pretty much common sense in my opinion. And the first one is your updates and your comments need to be pretty much gaming, computers, industry, technology related. It's not Facebook. It's not, hey, I had a burger. Now, if you had a burger while gaming and owning some noobs and you got a video of that, I would love to see that. So
Me too.
let's go. Um, but the other thing is, and this is probably the one that I see the most, is people who posting content on personal or third party giveaway promotions or advertising. The Gaming Tribe platform is a very interesting social media platform, and however it has its own sponsors, and we need to respect their sponsors and understand that yeah, you can get a free game from somebody, but don't post it publicly. If you want to give a free game to someone, then because of something that's going on somewhere else, that's not necessarily a giveaway, but they can go get a code for it. Uh, and you're not sure whether or not it violates the policy, just message somebody. Uh, Message someone on the community team, message Angel, message Alex, message anybody, and just figure it out. And if it's not, then just go post it on Facebook. You know. So, um, I've been using Twitter a lot lately, so that's my thing.
Yes, you have.
So,
Driving me crazy with it.
hey now.
Going on Twitter.
Uh, Another thing is I want to give a big shout out to the end of the Epic Overkill giveaway. We had just over 52,000 participants in that. I think it was over 160 countries. And unfortunately, we had almost, I think it was about 1.7 thousand, about 1,700, 1,600 people who used their personal giveaway link that launched in the middle of the giveaway. And unfortunately, someone who used that link to get into the giveaway did not win. So there was only one PC given away. Hopefully, we'll see a lot.
Shame.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully, we'll see a lot more in the next one, and they are expected to announce the next one soon. Trademark. I'm trademarking soon. I would make so much money.
Yeah, you would.
So I don't know. We'll see when that rolls out. Look forward to seeing what Kimberly and Angel and the rest of the team get put together, and look forward to Alex posting and bugging all of us to like, comment, share. So,
and you know I will be doing that.
um,
Worth it.
Sweet. So those are the three things I wanted to touch base on, as well as, of course, all the people who have won just the numerous secondary prizes between the Mad Catz controllers and the Radon Silver Awards, and all of the just basically there's like 28 silver codes that went out, and three of them had the Mad Catz controllers attached to it. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Anything interesting to touch base on beyond that?
Well,
Uh,
something I think worth highlighting is the new well, not to say new, but all the updates that have been made, or improvements I should say, that have been made to Gaming Tribe, which including what we call that rocket speed technology for the. I'm sure people have noticed that the pages load rather quickly now.
Way fast.
Way faster. So, auto tagging of the sponsor pages. So when you make a post, you can auto tag the sponsors, or for one of our sponsors, AMD, Cooler Master, those guys. The public links are pretty awesome, so you can actually link your status to someone outside of Facebook. The page covers for your favorite sponsor, you can do that. For mobile, especially like for myself, I do a lot of my G tribing on mobile, on the iPad, on my phone, and just responsiveness for mobile devices has gotten better. And of course, the giveaway page has been optimized for mobile also, which is really nice.
well, all right then. I honestly don't go to G Tribe on my tablet too often to notice the changes, but I'm definitely looking forward to it being where I don't have to zoom out all the way to see my notifications, because it's really annoying. Because then when I try to click on something, I click on something wrong, and then I got to do it all over again.
Yeah. To people's disappointment, I know a lot of people have been asking for an app, but at this point, it's not happening as of yet, and there's no, at least at this point, I don't have any ETA on if and when that'll ever happen. But for people who do use mobile devices, it's G Tribe is, you can do pretty well on mobile, whether it's on a cell phone or tablet. But it's still being
Nice.
worked on, so it'll improve.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm pretty eager to pretty much just watch it as it improves. It's fun to just see how things are progressing and always
I love it.
growing, etc., etc.
So, I've got
Yes.
one more thing, and if, well, actually, I've got two. For starters, there was a poll that was going around asking about Facebook or Gaming Tribe, which one you kind of spent more time on, and overwhelmingly, the response was indeed Facebook. But
I'm
if
actually
you go,
sad that there wasn't a both option, because honestly, I'm on them both equally.
and
Truthfully.
a lot of people, if you read the comments, said that, and that was a
I
very
didn't read the
interesting poll,
comments.
and I think it actually lines up very well with what statistics say, which is 20% of anybody will agree to one side of the conversation, given two options. Uh, but the idea is the feedback. If you just go through those comments, there is so much feedback on there about why it's the case, and anyone who just looks at the numbers is just gonna be like, oh, well, okay, that figures. But if you go back and you look and you read all the feedback that was given on that thing, it is incredible as to how much of it's just similar. It's just, oh, I don't have friends here, or all the friends I do have, I never talk to, and it's like, okay, well, communication is a two-way street, boys and girls. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, I encourage people, just ping me a message, ping me whatever, and go from there. But that poll, and the other thing I wanted to say was, if you go to your basic kind of news, your GT feed with all the news feed there, and you look at that image up on top. I can't remember which community member actually did that image. However, if you now click on that image, it's a hyperlink to your own personal profile page.
Yes.
And I don't care what anyone says. That right there makes my life a million times easier. Because
It
if I need to
really
go back and I
does.
need to see what I posted, you know, a week ago, so I can figure out whether or not I'm posting something that I've already posted on Gtribe, that helps a lot. um,
Also, I don't
and
have to find the little home icon. I can just click on this huge picture and not, misclick like I do all the time.
yes, and I love it. Um, so those of us who don't have superior clicking skills, and uh, it's awesome. So, all right.
Well,
Well, I do not have all the overlays for everyone. So, in terms of where we are, when we are,
Alex
so
didn't want to give me his information in time, so he doesn't get an overlay.
technically no one gets one because on the setup I'm using right now, I don't have them pulled up. So
You suck. I'm not spelling anything. You
you
guys
don't
just
have to.
figure it out.
You don't have to.
Good.
So
but on that quick note about this about that friends thing, what I had one thing I had posted was that there are a lot of people who are new to Gaming Tribe who don't have any friends, and you come across someone like I did. I came across someone who showed up on the bottom in the bottom left corner. Clicked on them, found out they didn't have any friends. And 'cause I guess they were new or they had just got on. Sent them a friend request, and yeah, getting somebody. Sometimes just getting people started is just sending them a friend request. Extending an open hand to a new member. Get them
Yeah,
going.
I've done that
Yeah.
sometimes.
And then there's some people like if somebody had posted about that that in general that they just don't have much in terms of friends, and yeah, that's all. Sometimes that's all it takes is just opening a hand to a fellow G triber and getting them started. Next thing you know, they got friends from everywhere.
friends from everywhere, my favorite thing. All right. Well, let's wrap this sucker up. What do y'all think? Good. Good.
Sounds good to me. We're
Mm-hmm.
actually over our time anyway.
Well, we have an excuse for this episode, not necessarily others.
That's true. Well, it's also my neighbor wants me to come over for a second to help her with something, so.
Oh.
There's
Alrighty.
me being nice and stuff.
Sweet. I
So
guess I'll get.
Tim, where can everyone find you online?
People can find me on Gaming Tribe at the me. Just search Stelka. It's right there in front of your face, and I should pop up. And other than that, if you want to get a hold of me, just get a hold of me there, and I'll tell you where to add me on Steam and other various locations. Good. Good.
Joe, where can everyone find you?
You can find me at Diabuddha on Steam and League of Legends. Diabuddha. Once again, I don't remember my number for Blizzard, so I'm sorry if you've missed out on that on past weeks. I don't remember it.
You're hopeless.
League of Legends, I also have a Smurf account, which is MLG space clutch. So add that if you would like to play with somebody that's at a lower level. And I'm no gain on Gaming Tribe, so profile/no gain. That's it, I think.
Very cool.
Alex, where can everyone find
Oh,
you?
so on Gaming Tribe, it's Gaming Tribe profile Alex
Alex.
and Alex and yeah, it's,
It's just Alex
that,
everywhere.
yeah, and then on Steam, it's steamcommunity.com ID AlexMLGT. So people feel free to add me on both. And one thing I will say for Steam, I've been getting a lot of Steam friend requests lately. But if people don't have if people friending me have their profile hidden, it's a pretty good chance I'm not going to add you. So please make sure if you're from the community that you have your profile visible, so at least I know.
Sweet.
I add everybody, but then I go through and purge them after a while if their profiles are empty or if they're inactive. I'm like, unfriend.
just have something about adding people to just I get an ad request and it says like profiles hidden. It's like okay, and I've added a few people like that before, and they turn out to be uh, saying hey add this guy, he's got a good deal for you. Add this
Oh,
person.
jeez. No one's actually talked to me. I've added all these people, and it's just like it's still always the same few people commenting on my statuses. So whatever.
Hey, I just talked to you on Skype.
Yeah, you always harass me on here, and every once in a while on Facebook if I'm ignoring you on Skype.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, and we do need to mention of course, the Mass Luminosity Steam group. That's group's Mass Luminosity, and then of course the Gaming Tribe Steam group. Gaming
Yes.
Tribe or Gaming underscore Tribe.
All right, sweet. I'm gonna have to wrap this up.
Okay.
I have a couple things for coming weeks. Next week, I am using my lowly internship status to actually bring somebody from Animus Interactive as a guest onto GTI. They have a very, very strong team, very diverse team, and currently, I have the ability to say that Randy Johns is very interested in joining us next week, and he is one of the dev team leads over there working on their product, and has been a member of development teams dating all the way back to arcades, uh, and has over 30 games on his rapport that he's helped develop. So if anyone's interested in developing development side of the games, which I know Joe is, hopefully Randy will be a good conversation piece. And if Randy cancels, then I will pester my boss, who is the COO, and Jennifer will join us instead. So it's all going to depend on his schedule and whether or not it works out. But he has had 2 weeks' notice and told me last week that I could actually use his name. So awesome.
Yay!
Excellent.
Kat, if you want to end it.
All right.
Who's Joy?
I'm
Never
pretty
mind.
sure they meant you, Joe.
Oh, well, I would want to, but I don't own it, so
I'm pretty sure he's hinting at something.
yeah,
I'm
he
not
always
gonna talk
hints.
more than this is Erwin. We all know that. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for another episode of GT Insider. We hope you enjoyed today's topics, and make sure you tune in next week to see what we have in store.